Now I am going to explain the question answer from the lesson New World. First question, describe the flora and fauna of the New World that the travelers exploring. There were luxuriant and thick vegetation everywhere which made their movement difficult. It was a land of wonders. In fact, this thick vegetation gave a fairy land appearance. They came across many animals such as black velvet monkeys and a wide varieties of birds such as palm, wading birds, stork, heron, and ibis, etc. Second question, how do we come to know that the flora and fauna were untouched? There were interlacing and tangling thick vegetation. Even the rays of the sun were unable to reach the ground due to the thick vegetation and canopy. This vegetation made an arch-like layer overhead which made it difficult for proper movement. Third question, how were they initially traveling in the jungle? What did they realize later? In the beginning, they were traveling by canoes, but on the third day of their journey, they realized that canoes could not last longer since the stream was rapidly growing more shallow. Twice they stuck upon the bottom of the stream. Fourth question, how did the John Roxton and their speaker managed to mollify the animosity between the two professors? At first, the speaker and his friend were unable to mollify the quarrel between the two sane professors. Suddenly, they knew that both professors had a very poor opinion of Dr. Linton Edinburgh. Then they introduced the name of Scotch zoologist, who was a common rival of both professors. So they forgot their difference and started to abuse their common rivals, Scotch zoologist. Fifth question, what happened on the third day of leaving the canoes? They pulled the boat and spent the night on the bank of the river because they reached the highest spot point. Next day, they packed their belongings and carried on shoulder and set out to laborious stage of journey. Sixth question, summarize the events that took place on the ninth day. On the ninth day, they had to face immense wilderness of bamboos. That was a major obstacle for their movement. So they had to cut with the machetes and billhook to get a pathway. They had taken a long time to come out of this. Even the most open place, they could not see anything more than 12 yards. They did not know what type of animals were there. B part questions. First question, who were undertaking the journey? Edward Malone and his companions, Professor Challenger, Professor Summerins, and Lord John Rongston. B question, why did they call it more laborious? They could not use canoes as the stream was going more shallow. What were the what were they carrying with them? They carried with them food, tent, blanket, and many packages. Second question, first part, who is the speaker whom he is speaking? The speaker is Summerly and he is speaking to Challenger. What was his attitude? The speaker was discontented with the behavior of Professor Challenger. C part, why did he ask the questions? He was assigned some duties by his fellow passenger. Third question, first answer A part, who where the land professors are summarily challenger. What folly the speaker referring to? Their unwanted quarrels may break their journey and take them back empty handed to the London. C part, what mistake had they planned to accomplish? They were exploring flora and fauna of the New World.